What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Let's get this right. Let me see something. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? A lot of things going down this weekend. A lot of events going down this weekend. So let's talk about them. One of the main events being one of the main events this weekend. We're gonna share this. So I'll say that back to the screen. So this let me see. That's just how it is. So over the last couple of days, it seemed like Tay Rock, Smack, Doc, they've been in the spaces trying to put some battles together. You know. And now we got battles on Friday. So tune in to Smack's Twitter. Smack's Twitter, Tay Rock's Twitter to know any more updates with this event going down Friday. Uh 9 p.m. Eastern. You got TR Shopping, Era Hardaway, Shank Prezi, Banks the God, Ratchet Rico, and Fax, Cuban and Elijah Straight. Also, I think somebody said Polo and somebody is battling also. They're all one rounders, but I mean, that's a good look though. This is a good look though. Um, I've been wanting to see Cuban battle again since I saw him versus who was it? Him and Marv One. When it was him and Marv One, I've been I've been waiting to see Cuban battle again. Um, like this is dope. This is dope that Cuban's doing this one rounder with Elijah Straight Friday because Saturday Cuban battled Styles as far as the feng shui room. So salute Prezi and the panel as far as the feng shui room. So Cuban must be in his bag. I know there's only one round 5 minutes. I don't know how many rounds him and Styles is, but I like to see a hungry, competitive Cuban. Um, his style for some might be a hit or miss. For me, it works. It works for me. I've always been a Cuban fan. It ain't just like a Maryland thing. Like when he was on URL and he battled MVP, the 30th MVP. Then we never saw Cuban again, as far as URL, which was a little crazy. It was a little crazy. Um, Elijah Straits coming off of TBL's Exodus, where he just battled those Prem, and a good, um, debatable back and forth battle. That was good back and forth with Los Prem and Elijah Strait. Um, so that's definitely gonna be a good 1 rounder. I'm guessing 1 round 5 minutes. I'm thinking. Ratchet Rico, we saw him on Doc's card. He battled Glory. He beat Glory 2-1. And then recently, far as the URL channel, YouTube channel, Ratchet Rico versus Henny number 3 just dropped. So you can also go check that out. If you're not familiar with Ratchet Rico, there's a battle to go watch with him. Facts is battled. He was in uh, King of the Cabin tournament. He battled Gishi Gotti. So Facts is, young and making a name for himself. That should be a good back and forth battle. Shank Prezi, Philly Battle Academy. He was just on the Maryland, the DMV Crucible. He was on that. You know, Banks to God. Last time I seen Banks to God was hunting season with Danger Zone. He didn't do well with that. And then before that, last time I seen him was when he battled, I want to say Infrared the General, as far as OSBO. But I've seen enough of Banks to God, to know that he's gonna be in his bag for this one. Like, he know this is an opportunity. He does well with last minute things. It seems like it brings out the best version of him. And then Shank Prezi been doing his numbers. Very consistent for us Battle Academy. TR Sharp, a lot of his battles against the Garden. His thing is betting his own money. That's his thing. I'm not against that though. He was supposed to be on the bread card situation with that happened. He wasn't on that. But TR Sharp, he's dope. He's dope, I'm not mad at a guy who's willing to bet his own money, and has kind of made a career with that. I'm not mad at that at all. Errol Hardaway, I've, recently gotten more in tune with him. I've seen, I want to say, 2 battles. OSBO battle, I've seen of him. And it's another battle I've seen of Errol Hardaway. So that's a solid card. Like salute to Tay Rock and Smack and Doc. Like they working. Like it's kind of basically like Smack's kind of giving Tay Rock the reins to try to, you know, usher in the new talent and kind of like guide the new talent. So that's dope because most people see Tay Rock as the logo far as URL, like shooter, you know. So that's dope. And then I listened to a space where Wusa and Shotgun Sugar going back and forth. Smack was trying to get it for Friday, but it sounds like that's going down in 2 weeks. So I'm all for it. I'm all for um the battlers getting in the spaces and Tay Rock being in the spaces, Doc's in the spaces, Smack in the spaces, and they're putting these cards together, these events together, just like that. If I'm not mistaken, I heard something about November, something happening. So I like it. I like it, especially with Smack now choosing to use Twitch to stream and show the battles. It's a good way to get the eyes on the newer talent if fans weren't already in tune with a lot of these battlers. Um, Streaming through Twitch is like a good way, to do it because Twitch is now, I mean, this streaming platform that a lot of people are using. So this is gonna be dope. I'm definitely tuning in on Friday for that. Definitely tuning in for that. Um, Let me see. So you have also going down Saturday. White Rhino Party presents the Feng Shui Room. Hello? Salute the Prezi, salute the panel. 5 solid battles. And this is being streamed also on Twitch on Saturday on Polo the Rapper Twitch page. So if you've been following Prezi in the Feng Shui Room, um, giving you some dope dope space cards, some dope space cards. Um, this one's actually an in-person card. Like when I started seeing the names and the matchups to this card, I said, bruh, I know this gotta be in person. I know it gotta be in person. Um Stilo, I've seen the name before on quite a few cards. I haven't seen a Stilo battle. DC Banger, I've seen probably about three of his battles. One recently where he battled. I don't know what's the guy's name? Phoenix? Was it? I think his name was Phoenix or something like that. He had on a jersey and like his opponent had on a jersey. I did watch that. That was a cool battle, as far as DC Banger. Um, I know what I'm gonna give with DC Banger. I don't know Stilo to say how he raps or how he is. After watching the battle, hopefully I'm a fan. Make me a believer. Hashtag making me a believer. I've seen your name on cards, so you must be, you know, doing something right. You must be decent. Building your resume up. So that should be a good battle. Good battle to kick it off with. Um, then we get into the matchup that I'm really excited for. Um, True and D versus Gav Sinatra. Now, mind you, Gav Sinatra been doing this thing. He been doing this thing. When you can't spell the West without the ES. You had a whole bunch of We Go Hard out there on the West Coast. He went out there and did his numbers. He battled in the spaces as far as the feng shui. You know, and then he talks about he wants true. He wants true indeed. Like, hey, Gav, bro. Like, I like what you doing, but is you cool though? Is you cool though, Gav? Like, True ain't a slouch. True is not a slouch. You gotta be on it when you battle True. You know that. You know that. Um, you gotta be on it when you battle him. Um, like you saying True should have took a warm up battle. You think True needed a warm up battle for you before battling you guys? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Um, we haven't seen True battle like rather recent, but I don't think he needs a tune up battle before battling you though. I don't think so. I don't think he need like True is one of those. Like, I don't think you'd be calling out True to battle if you didn't respect him and his pen and think he's one of those as far as we go hard. You wouldn't be calling him out. Like, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be calling him out if you thought he was like regular. Like, True is one of those. True, one of my favorites, honestly. When we get into talking about like we go hard and like people I really watch, as far as we go hard, True. If True got a battle drop and I'm watching, if Smoother got a battle drop and I'm watching, Steams, Gav. It's like certain people, if they got a battle dropping, I'm watching for sure. Styles for sure, money, you know, that's just what I'm doing. But come on. Like, Gav, I expect you to get crazy. Cause you called out True. You said you wanted True. So I expect the best Gav I've seen battling True. Cause I'm pretty sure True ain't liking the fact you think he need a tune-up battle before battling you. Like, don't get me wrong, Gav, you've been doing your numbers. You've been doing your numbers. But this is True indeed we talking about here. One of those guys when we talk about we go hard. And the pain he put in we go hard to be one of them guys. And you just gonna be True indeed? You gotta be the best Gav. You're gonna have to be the best Gav. I don't care that we ain't seen True in a minute. But when True pop out, like when True pops out, like it's one of those. It's one of those. Moment in the battle, bar of the night, bar of the round type situations, battle of the night. Like that's what True indeed does. So I'm pretty sure, like he heard everything you saying, and he keeping that in mind. But like I said, Gab, you gotta be the best you. This True we talking about here. This is True we talking about here. And you called him out, yeah. Yeah. I got True indeed versus Gav being the one of my battles of the night. One of my battles of the night. Like Gav, I expect to see the best version of you, the best Gav Sinatra I've seen. That's what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see the best version of you. Because I know True is gonna come in there and rap. True ain't rapped in a minute. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's one of those. It's one of those. Like I don't go against True when he battle people. I don't. But like when I start picking people like pricking predictions, I don't go against True. I don't. Gav, you gotta back up calling True out. That's all I'm gonna say. Like you gotta back it up. Like you talking crazy. Like don't get me wrong, you've been on a nice little run. You've been on a nice little run. You got True Saturday, and then November the 1st, you on the bread card, Bodies in Brooklyn, you on that card. So you working. I see it, Gav. Keep doing what you doing. But come on, this True we talking about here. This True we talking about here though. Mac Myron and King Money. Mac, Mac is one of those. Like Mac Myron is funny. He's entertaining. Um, he gonna have the bars, but you're gonna be entertained, and you just never know what he could say during the round. You know, so that's not a matchup I would have thought of. And what I'm starting to find out, Like a lot of the matchups I would have thought of end up being really good battles. They end up being really good battles. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Um, King Money, one of the forefathers. As far as we go hard, like you can't talk. We go hard and we go hard history without mentioning money. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Um, Recently I've seen what was it, him versus Gage, and then before that, can't spell the West without the ES. He was on there getting crazy. Um, like money don't disappoint. Money doesn't disappoint. Like that's gonna be an interesting battle. It is. You got one with on one hand Mac Myron, he like you just don't know what he gonna say, and then you got money that's just gonna be real and authentically him. He gonna talk what he know, like what he seen, what he been through, and it resonates with the his fellow battlers and the fans. That's gonna be an interesting battle. I definitely am gonna be and watching that. Cuban and Styles, my other battle of the night. Like I said, we ain't seen Cuban since Eminence. OSBO's Eminence 6. We ain't seen him since. Like he was on Eminence, and then like we ain't. He's somebody that I always didn't. I never understood like how dope Cuban was and his particular style, how he raps, how people either didn't like his style of like how he raps, or like we didn't see him a lot. I never understood that because especially with the URL situation, like how Cuban and Young Cannon was a good battle. He 30'd MVP, and then we never saw Cuban again. So Cuban's battling one round with Elijah Straight on Friday, and then Saturday he gonna come get right with Styles. Last time we seen Styles, like the last time we were supposed to technically see Styles was versus Johnny Ice for the Scary Money Don't Make No Money card for bread. That was the last time we were supposed to see Styles. But, you know, whatever happened with that battle didn't happen. So I want to say Styles and Authentic was the last time we seen him. And then before that, I want to say it was Ishmula. Two great showings for Style. He, like, two great showings for Style. Like, Styles is one of those. Styles is one of those. Like I remember I remember younger Styles. Yeah, like Styles. Styles is definitely when Styles is in his bag. Like for me, he's like his last two. He been in a real good bag with the writing and the performance to go along with it. Yeah. Like I thought this was supposed to happen once before. I don't know if that were the case, but this was definitely something I've been wanting to see for a while. Cuban and Styles. So I'm glad this is finally happening. You know, that's my other battle of the night. And then the main event, we got Chess versus D Dub. Chess Coming off of battling Eunice, he battled Fettuccine 20 in a one rounder for We Go Hard. He's battled Cat Bless. Like Chessa, he Food Fest he battled just cause like Chess been outside a lot. He's been outside. I give him that. And he's been solid. You know, he's had really good material. A lot of people want to harp on the stumbles or the reflux. Like it is what it is. That may like alter like certain parts of his performance when he starts, but other than that, like when Chess get into really rapping, yeah, y'all, you standing there and you listening. You standing there and you listening to what he got to say. D-Dub. Trying to think, what was the last D-Dub battle I seen? Oh, let me think. Was it Jagger Josh? Was that the last D-Dub battle I've seen? Or has he battled since then? Like I feel like he's battled since the Jagger Josh battle, but I could be wrong. But I know that I watched that. D-Dub's always had a good pen. Now, you know, everybody wants to talk about, oh, he lived a good life, this, that, and the third. So Pyramid a cop, this, that, and the third. Like, D-Dub's always been a good rapper, good battle rapper. Puts it together very well. So him and Chess should be good. I wanna see what they got to say to each other. Like this is a solid 5 battles. And I expect everybody to be on their shit. Gab, I'm definitely watching to see what you do Saturday. I'm watching to see what you do Saturday. Like I said, streamed on Twitch. So Friday, URL, Twitch. Saturday, Feng Shui Room. Polo the Rapper. Twitch at twitch.com. Put in the search bar Polo the Rapper. That's whose page is going to be streamed on. Salute the Prezi. Just solid card. So, Gates of the Garden. Gates of the Garden has an event Saturday. Rose from the Concrete 3. Whole bunch of BMG on this card is looking like. You got TDH versus Next Level, Jim Beta versus Lightning, Simba versus King Animal, Madface versus King Benny, King Hayes versus Ready Rock. That should be a really good one. Blitzkrieg versus Ken Fusion. Rio 28 versus Maj Mahal. Dre Dennis battling again back-to-back weekends versus Strap. You got the Saga versus T Porter. And then the main event is A War versus Mr. Man. So Saga's battling back to back weekends too. I'm assuming that's probably only on one rounder for the Saga and Dre Dennis. These is only one rounders. Seeing that it's a bunch of battles on the card. You know, not bad card. I know Benny gonna do his numbers. Real 28 gonna do his numbers. Saga and A Ward, they gonna do their thing. Like I said, big BMG, TDH, Simba, King Hayes. Yeah. This is going down Saturday. So if you're in Trenton, New Jersey, pull up, support. So also Saturday, hosted by Mike the Gatekeeper, you have Battle Rapper Die, which is a tribute card to Ish going down. The live stream's $15. You got Nucci Chinks versus Mumba. You got C100 and Adolf Jr., King Kia and Common Maze, Loso and Juve. Like these not bad. Like these are solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah. So Saturday, there's enough battle rap to watch on Saturday. Um, and then also going down Saturday, you have you have this is also going down Saturday. So Seek and Destroy. This is from Rooftop News. Seek and Destroy, hosted by Just the Rapper. This is going down Sunday. This is a solid card. You got some names on this. You got King Malcolm versus Incredible Loke. The Spot versus Lil Tay. Ratchet versus Driller. Fate and Craig Lamar should be a good back and forth battle. I like the last showing I saw from Craig Lamar. So him and Fate should be a war. A lot of Mirror, Bumpy Bars. That should be a war also. The Source and Jock should be a good battle. Disaster, JC, and then the main event is Geechee Gotti and Keith. So this is a solid card. I didn't see anything about a stream, but then again, sometimes things pop up at the last minute. So I would keep looking for as people's pages to see if anything for as a stream pops up. But if not, this is a solid card for Sunday. Solid card for Sunday. I hope there's a stream because I would want to watch it. But solid card. time that come? What time does this come on? Watch it. What time did this? Alright, well that's my quick stream.